And there's the bell to start round one. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And he scores with the counter. Throws the jab, but does not score. Caution being thrown to the wind. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of those millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. No rest for the weary. Good defense there with that left hook. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Talk about a one-sided. And there's the bell to start round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Ronda Rousey once told me when she gets into a fight, her mentality was minimum effort, maximum efficiency.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye. And
whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Oh, boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. How are they still standing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Jacobs in real trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. On to the third. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A perfect counter shot. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. As bad as boxing judging. Back at it in round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
The charts action from both of these fighters. They are giving us a high-tempo show. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Punch, counter punch. And that hook misses. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. They've got the momentum. And there's the bell for round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? That counter shot lands. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweights.
Punch, counter punch. Oh no, Froch got caught. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
A very competitive round here so far.
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Froch in trouble. How did this? Did you see that? Oh, Froch seeing cobwebs. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recoveries.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Oh, Froch, we didn't see this coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Froch in trouble. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. At this point, you got... There's the bell for round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. That uppercut doesn't land. Which fighter will say no mas? Nice counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
He's trying to fight his way back into this. Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Trying to land that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Froch in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And there's the bell for round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punch. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
No rest for the weary. That counter punch caught him clean. This is not where Daniel Jacobs wants to be right now. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do you do?
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he gonna do? And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Jacobs in real trouble. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And there's the bell for round 8. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Straight right just misses. Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised? There goes Jacobs. He's down. Let's see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
And we enter the ninth. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nope, that hook won't score. Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Perfect counter shot. Good counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh, Froch seeing cobweb. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, it's no secret who that... It's round 10. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. How about that time counter shot? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. These punches coming from every angle. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Looks like, did you see that? This is not where Daniel Jacobs wants to be right now. Jacobs crumbles to the canvas. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory.